What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Alex back with yet another video for you guys. Anybody that's new to the channel and you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, let's jump right into the topic of this video. We got some breaking news. We're only 2 days away until the NFL draft, and as I expected, there's more reports coming out. And this specifically involves the Las Vegas Raiders. ESPN's Ian Rapoport reported that the Commanders and Patriots have both received calls from teams attempting to move up for a quarterback. And reporter Mike Garafolo responded with this and said, not surprisingly, the Raiders are one of the teams that tested the market and tried to move up to number 2 for the Washington Commanders pick. But everything seems to indicate that the Washington Commanders are not going to trade out of that. We know New England, though, is very open. But so far, it seems like Washington is not budging. But really, to me, this is big news because it just shows to me that the Raiders are truly interested in trying to do whatever they can to secure the services of Jayden Daniels. We all know, Antonio Pierce will love to have him. But really, my biggest question mark too was, I don't really know how Tom Telesco felt about Jayden Daniels and whether or not he'd be willing to try and trade up for him. If you look at Tom Telesco's draft history, he really doesn't have a track record of doing this. According to these reports, if they're true, the Raiders have tried. They're trying to get aggressive and move up 11 spots with the Washington Commanders. So, I definitely like that they're being aggressive. They're trying to make the move, but ultimately we'll just see what ends up happening, because you need 2 to tango when it comes to making a trade. And if Washington does not want to move out of that number 2 pick, what can the Raiders do? Ultimately, we just have to hope that Washington does not select Jayden Daniels. Hopefully they select Drake Maye. Shoot, they may even surprise everybody and select JJ McCarthy. He's been a quarterback that's been getting a lot of praise and a lot of hype the last month or so. But personally, look, I'm not super surprised about that. Me personally, I feel like the Washington Commanders hired offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury, who has a track record of working well with young quarterbacks. I think they hired him for a reason. Washington is going to take a quarterback at number 2. I'm just hoping it's not Jayden Daniels. And if it is, the Raiders tried, but it just wasn't good enough. And personally, I think when it comes to trading up, I think at this point, if you're going to make a trade right now, I think that's the best bet for them. Try to move up to number 2. Try to essentially secure yourself to get Jayden Daniels. We know New England is interested in moving away from that spot, but it's going to be very expensive to move up to number 3. And I don't want us to give up all this different draft capital to go up to number 3. And then Jayden Daniels still gets selected 1 pick before us. And at that point, we're forced to take a quarterback, and they'll probably end up taking maybe Drake Maye or Michael Penix Jr., whoever it may be. But just, I do definitely like Michael Penix Jr., but I don't like him enough to trade up the farm to move up for him. Really, the only quarterback I'm willing to trade up a whole lot of draft capital for would be Jayden Daniels. And another thing is, I'm interested to see exactly, what is the range of, these conversations being had, just to get an idea of how much it would legitimately take to get Jayden Daniels. I've always kind of speculated it would probably take 3 first-round picks, but we really just don't know what exact conversations are being had about this. There were some rumors that the New England Patriots were supposedly looking for an historic haul, an historic type of trade to move out of that number 3 overall pick. And once you start getting into the words of historic, man, I'm starting to think 4 or 5 first-round picks, which I don't know if I would go that aggressive for a guy like Jayden Daniels, but for sure, like I've said in the past, if we could get it done for 3 first-round picks, I would definitely do it. But as I said, we don't know exactly what the market is for the number 2 and number 3 overall pick. But Raider Nation, the hype seems to be real about us potentially targeting Jayden Daniels. But we'll just see what ends up happening in these next couple days. The draft is right around the corner. Hopefully we can make a big move and address a big need in the quarterback position. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think of this report in the comment section down below. Do you think there's a legitimate chance we can get him, or do you think it's not going to happen? Just let me know in the comment section down below. But with that being said, Raider Nation, that's all for you guys in today's video. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.